Hey guys, everyone out there who's a dad, happy Father's Day. I am celebrating Father's Day by having a cold beverage or two. Actually, I'm drinking an Asahi dry dark beer. And I just came outside my apartment, and the lights it's kind of dark inside. So now the sun is making me all squinty. I wanted to make a video. It's kind of a video response to Kurt. Softy Papa, Lyle's brother, people train, and he's been making a series of videos on his Lyle's brother channel about how he's had he's made it no secret him and his family have been planning on moving back to the States for some time now, leaving Japan after being here for quite some time, and he may have an opportunity, a job opportunity to head back. And it's very interesting because as he's on this journey, I find myself in the same journey. I too am hoping to go back home with my family soon to Canada, and I've talked about this in videos recently, and it's interesting. I talked to my wife about this last night, and the one thing I want to make clear to all of you out there, and I wanted to make it very clear to my wife, is the fact that I want to leave Japan very badly has nothing to do with it's not that I dislike Japan. Some people, they get to a point where they're living in a foreign country and they get tired of living in that foreign country. They get fed up with the country, the culture. That's not the case with me. And this is it kind of relates to something Curtis said. I've heard him say many times that he knows that in America he could be more productive, and he could, what's the term I'm looking for? I'll speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for Kurt. I know that if I were back home in Canada, there's a lot more I could do. Okay? There's a lot more opportunities for success for me. You're kind of put into a bit of a box when you come here as a foreigner. If you're coming here in the teaching route, like I did. Now, I'm a licensed teacher, but even still then, it's difficult. Often what happens is, and I'm not saying this to discourage any of you out there who are interested in coming to Japan. If you're interested in coming here, come here, please, please, please. It's a great lifestyle. But once you have a family to support, financially, I know I can do better home. What it comes down to is finances, in many cases. I have been a teacher since 2002. And right now, with the experience I have, if I were teaching in Canada right now, I would be making more than double the salary I make right now. And even with higher taxes in Canada, I would still be making quite a bit more money, which would lead me to have a more comfortable lifestyle. For the last 4 out of 5 years, I have worked Saturdays in Japan because of the fact that financially, to lead a more comfortable lifestyle, it helps to have that money. Once you have kids in the mix, it becomes a necessity. So we've had to make a lot of sacrifices. There's a lot of things we want to do, travel that we can't do, things we want to buy that we can't buy. And I know that if I were working in Canada in a similar job, I would be making, like I said, at least double, if not more, the current salary I have. I wouldn't have to work on weekends. The work wouldn't be as intense either. Often, it just wouldn't be as intense. There wouldn't be as much pressure put on me. So that's why I want to go back. Now, I don't plan on being a teacher in Canada, just because of the fact that there's a glut of teachers, too many teachers, not enough jobs. So I'm not looking at teaching positions going back with this. When I go through job sites, and I've been going through so many job sites recently, and I've applied for a few jobs, some government jobs and some other things. There are so many amazing, interesting things that I'm capable of doing. I do have an IT background. I used to work in the game development industry. Now, those skills are old, archaic. They're done with. I can hear my son calling for me now. I came out here to get away from my son so I can make a video. If I hear Daddy. He might come running out here soon. But there's a lot more opportunity for me back home. and it's gonna take. It's kind of scary because I will probably have to go back to Canada without my family and kind of set things up. I can hear this little daddy in the background, and I will have to spend time away from my family, and get things set up, get established before they can probably come over. Financially, it's going to be difficult. Hold on a second. Hey, where are you?
Daddy.
Hey, can you give me a couple of minutes, eh? You go in and play, and it'll be just a couple of minutes, okay? Okay? I'm just outside doing something, okay?
Okay.
I'm making a video. Okay, I'll see you soon, okay? We'll be right back. Okay. So, curious little boy. Alright, so, back to what I was saying. Makes for an interesting element to the video. So I see so many amazing opportunities, and I think with like all of the things I've done over the years with my education background, being a manager, working with human resources, being a trainer, doing stuff with like IT, video, new media, social media, all that stuff, I realize when I look at a lot of jobs, I do have an interesting skill set and mix. And often, if you are here in Japan, you're kind of put in a box. If you come here as a teacher, you're going to be a teacher. And sadly, often, you get a certain salary. Maybe it's anywhere from 250,000 to 300,000 or over 300,000 a month yen. And you're never really going to move past that. My first 5 years in Japan, I worked for the same company, and I was a head teacher and stuff. I never got a pay raise. And I was told, you're so valuable, you're such an amazing teacher, you're such a valuable part of our team, how could our organization is going to have so much trouble running without you, and this and that, but I was never given a pay raise, I was never given a bonus, right, so, there you go. So, I thought about a lot of things. I thought about starting my own school. So I'm going to have a video going up on my Boost and Kevin channel. I'm going to show you a bit of my Saturday school. I do have, on Saturdays, I do have my own little kind of classroom I rent nearby here, and I have my own little school. It's very small, brings in a bit of money. And I've thought about maybe going full-time and opening my full-time school. But at the same time, part of the reason why I want to go back home to Canada is I want to have a more comfortable lifestyle. I want to have a good salary so I can have time to, like one of my friends said to me the other day, I need to work to live, not live to work. And starting up my own business, in that case my own school, I'm going to be working my ass off night and day, all the time. And maybe I will become very successful, which would be awesome, but it's going to take a few years to get there, and who knows. I've thought about doing like an online store, selling cool stuff from Japan. That might be an idea, an opportunity. But again, we'll see. Using my social media clout, maybe starting up some kind of cool store where I could sell, awesome, neat stuff I could get in Japan and sell abroad. That's an idea. Maybe something I could start off small and see what happens. But at the same time, I don't know. It's also just the lifestyle. There's so much kind of a rat race thing always happening, at least in the cities in Japan, and people find it very hard to relax, and I find it really hard to relax here. So yeah, so it's very interesting. As Kurt is working towards his journey back home, I'm doing the same. When is it going to happen? I don't know, but a few interesting things. Again, I want to state to you all out there, if you are interested in coming abroad, please do. I've been abroad for a long time, guys. I've been living abroad since 2002. It's just time for me to go back home. I've got a foot in this country, right? My wife's from here. My kids were born here. I'm going to be coming back often, and I want to be able to have a job where I can afford to have the finances, where I can come back once a year, or at least send my family back once a year. I don't... Yeah, so that's, there you go. So, another thing too, once I'm back in Canada, depending on what job I have, unless I become a spy or something like that, which I doubt will happen, I plan to blog from back home. So don't worry, folks. I blogged before I came to Japan. I will blog after I leave Japan. It's in my DNA. It's what I do for fun. It'll just be about something else. So, I don't know, kind of a rambling vlog, a video blog, just about transitions in life and moving on to other things. And check this view out, by the way. I just wanted to show you where I'm sitting. Not for the faint of heart, not for the acrophobic, which I am actually acrophobic. I am afraid of heights, but I kind of get used to this. So there you go, guys. How much longer will I be in Japan? I don't know. No idea. I will be here at least for a little while longer, because no one's offered me a job yet. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so there you go. So thanks for leaving all the comments, folks. I appreciate it. There's going to be a little video up later on in a few hours on my Boost on Kevin channel, me showing you a little bit of my Saturday class. I can't show you too much of the place because of the fact that it's a shared classroom, so during the week I rent it on the weekends, and on the weekdays other people use it for other things. But yeah, I can talk a little bit about visas and stuff. So check that video later on tonight. Okay, later on, guys. Kevin here in Japan, and look at that view. Okay, see you guys.